Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Pitch Invaders podcast. I'm your host, or we are your hosts, Max and Amir. Back at you guys for another episode. We're glad to be back. International break done. How's it going, Amir?
It's been a while, man.
I know,
It's
man.
only 2 weeks, but it feels like forever.
I miss soccer, man.
I know.
I miss the Premier League. I woke up at 7:30
On
and there was nothing
Saturday,
to watch.
it's your day off.
It was the
Come
most
on.
saddest thing, waking up and I don't have anything to watch.
I
I had
know.
to do stuff like around the house to make up my time.
I'm pretty sure that's a good thing.
No, I want to
Yeah.
watch this. I want to watch Premier League, bro.
That actually it might be pointing to a problem that you don't wake up on Saturdays normally do stuff around the house.
Liverpool's priority. Liverpool's priority. Um,
Yeah.
it's been a long time. It feels like an eternity, but it's only been a couple weeks. And I mean, I almost forgot about the games, to be honest.
Oh, you shouldn't.
I forgot about the
You
past
shouldn't.
games, and maybe
No,
it's better that I forgot
no,
about it
I don't
because
think you
Liverpool
should. I don't
lost.
think you should forget. I think you should be very worried about the upcoming fixtures for Liverpool Football Club.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Okay.
We'll leave Liverpool till later because I don't want to look at that. Let's start with the first game in order of the top six.
Okay.
Okay. Tottenham versus Leeds United. Tottenham finally, is this their win? They were actually they
Yeah.
were tying and
They've been grabbing
not
wins,
too bad.
in the Premier League.
Well, they had two ties in a row against Brighton and Wolves. So this is their first win in the past two games in the Premier League.
But I think this is a team in transition. With Thomas Frank, they brought a lot of recruits in attack. There could be a few games that they will drop points. Overall, I think Spurs fans will be very happy with the current performance after how many weeks we're in.
I mean, they're in third.
Yeah, so that's
We don't want to get carried away, but that's still good.
yeah, that's a lot of improvement.
The players look good that they brought in are all like hitting the ground. I mean,
You see
Kudos
some
is good.
consistency for
Yeah.
sure. With the results, it's not like going back and forth and conceding a lot of goals, and
Yeah.
there's more control.
I mean, just looking down at the fixtures, none of the games are 4-1s,
Yeah.
3. The games are not getting out of hand, which is, I think that's what they want.
In fact, actually, this game was the total opposite of what was happening on the field, because if we look at the stats, Leeds had 56 possession. They had XG of 1.68, which is
And they hit
almost
at 0.53.
almost triple
Wow.
the XG that Spurs had. Yet Spurs found a way to win this game.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They had 10 shots on target to Tottenham's 4.
So I didn't watch the game, but
Me neither. Vicario, and then the defense did good, and Vicario did good.
Yeah, from what I heard, like it wasn't the easiest win, but they still found a way to win, because a game like this in the past few years, Spurs would lose for sure.
I do want to highlight that even though they have so many injuries, like if you look at their injury list, they still have some good depth. I mean, they were able to bench Richarlison, Sarr, Ben Johnson, Spence, Bergvall, and they brought in completely different players. Odegaard, Simmons, Mateus Tell, and that's not even mentioning all the players they have injured. Kulumani, Basuma, Kulusevski, Madison, Solanke. So imagine all these players fit. That's like a very deep squad, depth.
I agree.
That's good.
Honestly, I was gonna ask, I haven't seen Kolomwani start. I
Yeah.
think it was a very interesting transfer that I wanted to see him play in the Premier League.
So he played 13 minutes and got injured? Is that what happened? Or
I think so.
I don't know. It says he got subbed in the Champions League, played 13 minutes.
Yeah. And it looks like, I think overall, I mean, it looks that Spurs, even with the substitutions they made, they were all very late subs. I guess the game plan was working, but I mean, the stats says otherwise. So we'll see. I don't know.
I like a deep squad. As you can tell, Liverpool's struggling with that now, having a deep squad. But when you see an Arsenal deep squad, and I mean Manchester City, you could say maybe not the defense. But this is a good squad. So if I was a Spurs fan, which I don't know if there's any out there in the North Carolina or in the world, maybe there's very few, but they exist. Okay.
I think being in third place after 8 games is pretty good for Spurs.
Okay, Arsenal, West Ham. A new look West Ham, but still a strong, confident Arsenal. Get the win done.
They needed the win, and they grabbed the win in the most Arsenal way possible. But I think overall they dominated.
Still, it was controlled.
They look very, very strong. And again, like you said, this squad have a lot of
players that can come in.
Squad depth. I think Odegaard got injured.
Odegaard injured, and they
Yeah,
had Zubimendi come in.
and
Moreno's on the bench. Werner's on the bench. Martinelli's on the bench.
you don't feel a difference. Like really, like you miss probably one of your best players and your team captain, and
Yeah,
then you still can still win and maintain shape and create chances. So I think that's a team that
it's
maybe
worrying.
they will be in the race
It's
for the
worrying.
title.
It's worrying because I don't I don't mean to turn it to Liverpool, but like some teams have a player that if they get injured, the team falls.
Yeah.
Maybe the player for Arsenal that would happen is, let's say, Badashar, Rice got injured or Gabriel got injured. I think those maybe are two positions, two players that I don't know if they can cope with a Rice injury or a Gabriel injury. But the rest of the team,
Yeah.
we obviously have seen Saka getting injured, doesn't matter. Like Odegaard getting injured, they still have replacements. But I don't know, maybe I'm trying to see where the weak point could be and where, because right now I don't see the team falling, even with the injuries of Odegaard and Saka still coming back. The only real injury that would be a problem is the goalkeeper, the main center back, and Rice, who is their most creative, like holding
Yeah.
midfielder.
No, I agree, but I feel like even if Gabriel is injured, like they brought
Yeah,
in Piero Hincapié,
he's injured
and
until mid-October, but
and
it's
then you
not
got
bad.
Mosquera, who was a really good,
You got Ben White that can come in,
and you got Ben White.
but still Gabriel is like
He's
he's the
like your
leader. He's like the Van Dyke of our team.
exactly, but I think they will like if they rely on Gabriel a
Yeah.
lot and like scoring goals from set pieces, they will have to find another way to create chances, and I think they have the ability to do that. It's just up to that coach.
Okay.
Of course, up to Arteta. But like, it was nice to see Eze starting,
Was that
and
the first time?
I think,
Did he
I
start
think he
before?
started a few games, but I think it was the first time we see him starting with Odegaard in that midfield position. So it was good to see, and
Mhm.
I think maybe Arteta's listening to
The
like the
fans?
fans and the media,
I feel like
but
this guy doesn't listen to media,
you
bro.
don't think
He
so?
hates media. He's like, I don't, just Pep Guardiola, like they're both the same mentality. Spanish people hate media.
Is it a is it a good idea to listen to the media?
No,
You don't think
I
so?
don't think so.
So how would you respond to the like
He
the
probably has like
pundits and
assistant coaches.
yeah,
Like if you watch the Arsenal, he probably has one of those people like that are like, hey, by the
yeah.
way, maybe we should do this. The fans have a point.
No, what I would
They're the
do,
messengers.
I would go on Twitter and every time I see like a criticism, I would just like it
Right.
as the head coach.
Oh my god, that's one way to get back at it. Oh my gosh.
But yeah,
So do you think they have? Is there any weak point in this team that you see like that would prohibit them from, or that would make them get in a blip, like that would make them hit a
yeah.
speed bump on the way? Is there? I can't see something.
I don't think so. I think they're the most complete team out of like all like the top six. But it's about the mentality.
Yeah,
If
that's the big thing.
if they want to win it and Arteta wants to win it, they can.
So the excuse is
But
not squad depth anymore.
no,
The
not
excuse
anymore.
is not you can't use that we don't have a coverage for this or
Yeah.
that player.
And they got their
It's not that.
striker. They got
Striker,
their.
yeah, he still needs some time, but yeah.
Maybe we should talk about that. Like, what do you think so far of Gyökeres?
I don't think he's. Did you see the video I sent in the group chat? I mean, obviously nobody could see. There's a video that Henri was breaking down one of his
Oh,
runs,
I saw that. Yeah.
and I was like watching it, like this makes so much sense, but like Henri makes it sound so simple, but like clearly Gyökeres was missing that part of his game. That like he's not running to the gap to open the space for the pass.
Okay.
He was basically just I don't remember what the play was, but like those little things are what makes the difference. You compare him to Ekatike, for example. Ekatike is in the right place at the right time. Maybe he's not the like there's some parts of the game that aren't good, but you want a striker that's at the right spot. You want a striker that has the right parts of his game mentally and tactically.
Yeah.
And I don't think he obviously if he's in the box, he's a great finisher. But how does he get the ball in the box? How do you
Yeah.
find him? And I don't think that's the part of his game that like you can see clearly that there's still immaturity with him and how he's making runs, the space that he's finding and creating. It's not working. It's just
Yeah.
like but I haven't watched enough to give a detailed answer, but that's the the clips that I've seen of him. I think that's the big problem. That's not an easy fix.
You know, I've always thought like when you have a striker, like it falls on the coach or like the team to find him more than the striker actually
Yeah.
trying to find his teammates.
But if you look at the video, the winger was making the run, and he was basically holding back to the hugging basically the halfway line and not actually cutting in and creating that space to find the through ball, right? So like at the same time, the winger is at the mercy of the striker. If the striker is not making the run,
moves,
and it's vice versa. The striker can make the run, and the winger is dumb, and he doesn't know, he doesn't find the pass. Like
I agree.
I know that comes through training, but at the end of the day, you can only train so much. The player has to show it on the field.
My only complaint about him is him with the ball. Like when the moments I've seen
Slow,
him with the ball,
predictable, and slow.
yeah, he's a bit slow, heavy to like
Heavy. Yeah, you brought that up.
To go around and like try
Yeah,
to dribble. Like even like with the physicality, like he looks like he's a big guy, but for some
like
reason he's
you
not
would expect like
physical.
Voltemata in Newcastle to
Yeah,
move like that, right?
yeah.
He's tall, huge, right?
But he's
But like Voltemata is moving twice as fast as this guy. Chris with the ball, bro. Like it doesn't make sense.
we're not gonna talk about Erling Haaland because he's out of this world. But
Yeah. But
no,
like for example,
yeah, no,
and
I
like even
agree.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic,
Yeah,
he would move with he doesn't move slow with the ball. His strides are long.
they're very agile
Yeah,
too,
and
like to turn and make those
so
moves, and
yeah, I don't.
it's an interesting case.
And he's not even that tall. Gyökeres, right? He's
I think
like
he's.
what 5'11" or something. I
Oh
mean,
no,
it's not.
I think he's taller.
Is he?
Yeah, he's
I don't
6
know.
foot something, but I think
6'2". Yeah,
it will get better. It just
he's gonna need time.
was that the best recruit that Arsenal needed? I think
Who were they linked with? Ikitike would have been fantastic
Ekitike would
if
been
they had
great.
Ikitike. Thank God they
I'm
don't.
imagining even like Benjamin Sisko would have been a better player because he's
Yeah,
like an upgraded Havertz.
yeah.
If you think about it, much younger, much
Cisco.
quicker, a bit taller, and like he's a
Yeah,
great finisher too.
yeah.
So Sesko would have been like the best striker for Arsenal. Maybe Gyökeres would have been the best striker
I
for
don't know.
Manchester United, but I don't know.
Gyökeres reminds me of like a Van Persie. He-
So hard to.
I don't know. I'm just the way the build. Obviously, Van Persie is like a whole nother level, but like
Yeah,
I just see him as that kind of becoming that kind of player.
maybe he'll become like Van Persie. But
Van Persie is a clean finisher,
yeah,
but I don't know if he has that in his game. I think it's going to take time.
it will
I
take
think
Tom 7 appearances, 3 goals.
one of them was a
Uh,
penalty, right? And he
and
could have had this penalty, but
exactly.
Saka should be the penalty taker.
You think so?
Yeah, I think the only reason Gyökeres took it that time was because Saka's not on the pitch.
But you don't
But
think
they might switch off and on.
you don't think you should give your striker that penalty to at least boost his confidence, bring him up like in
Yeah,
the goal scoring race? Because like
that's what they used to do with Aubameyang, right? He was Aubameyang used to be
Aubameyang
I
or
think
Lacazette.
I think it would be smart. I think it was good to give it to Saka at least now because he's getting back into form and they need Saka to be a goal machine command. But it makes sense to give it to the striker now that you mention it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're switching on and off. Odegaard, another injury though. Like we didn't
And
talk about that.
he's out for a while.
Bro,
It seems like
this is the wrong captain, man.
he can't catch a break.
This is the wrong captain.
We've said that so many times.
He's injury. Just give it to Gabriel,
Yeah.
bro. Gabriel is clearly the man of the best guy in the pitch.
I've never seen like Odegaard like that feisty captain that would
Yeah.
actually like fight
This is a-
for the. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I don't see him as him either. Yeah. Okay, ready?
They're on cruise control.
All right, Manchester United versus Sunderland. We did not expect it to go like this.
We did not, but they finally get a win with no drama.
That's true.
Finally.
That's true. And Sesko got a goal too.
Yeah.
That's the second goal in what did he get 2 goals?
I think 2 go. Let's see.
Yeah, he got 2 goals in a row.
Two
One goal in
goals,
Brentford, 1 goal in Sunderland.
and
you picked him up in fantasy
I
half
did
of me.
after
After he was benched for like the first 4 games.
So he started 4 games, scored 2 goals, came on as a sub in 3 different games. But again, that's another team that has been struggling with the build-up and finding a way to actually maintain consistency. But a convincing win for Manchester United fans.
Clean sheet for they had a new goalkeeper in the goal.
They did.
Sin Lemons, that was his first start.
First
start and first clean sheet.
They still struggle with the midfield, though. I just cannot see this team going far with that midfield unless they bring someone on like a defensive midfielder in the winter.
I'm surprised they benched Cunha. Was Cunha back from injury or something?
I think so Ruben Amorim, he loves Mason Mount. Not Mountain, sorry.
Yeah.
Mason Mount. Mountain Dew. He loves Mason Mount for some reason. I think he offers him something. He can control the tempo of the game, like instead of like with Cunha and Mbuemo, they have a lot of speed. They can create a lot of danger, but they lose the ball quicker.
Yeah.
While Mason Mount, like whenever he's not convinced that now it's not the time to go for a goal, he will probably like pass it back to Bruno, pass it back
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Gallo,
So
create
you
like
need that
more.
kind of
Yeah,
like wise kind of player in
I
here.
think so. And he scored that goal was amazing too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good to see him back.
Do you think that this was just like? I mean, Sunderland was good.
Yeah,
I mean, as far as we know,
a surprising win.
we both predicted.
Sunderland winning.
I predicted 3-2. You predicted, I think, 2-1.
Yeah.
So clearly we're both wrong. But
And even with that game, I feel like you're talking about Manchester United against a team that just came from
yeah,
Championship. Like Manchester United had a convincing one, but on paper, like it was
possession was 50-50.
50-50.
The shots were,
Even
7 on target, 4 on target for Sunderland.
even the passes completed, they're almost identical too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So where is Manchester United like at that like top level? I cannot tell.
Yeah,
They've been on
but
and off.
this shows some. It at least takes a little bit of pressure off
It
of him,
does. They
and
needed that.
but I mean, my goal is that next week all the pressure will be back on him because they will lose against Liverpool.
So, well, it's interesting you brought this point. So I don't know if you saw Sir Ratcliffe. He
Yeah,
came in the media and said we're not firing Amorim until like we're gonna
until
evaluate the project until like after 3 years from now. So that actually, I think it helps the team and it helps Amorim
yeah,
because it removes a lot of pressure. Like no matter what happens, in 3 years we'll talk. And to come out and say this in the media, I
100%.
think it buys
That's
him
smart.
a lot of time. It gives him more confidence, let him work more freely.
I think it's
So
better to
it's
do
good.
that. I think
Yeah.
it's better. That's what they need to. Enzo Maresca. Chelsea needs to do that with Enzo Maresca.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like I wish more teams did that.
So I think
Like
that's a good sign
yeah.
already.
Okay.
So be careful.
Well, let's see how they go. I mean,
Be careful next week.
we all want to see a good Manchester United. I think so. Okay, the game that I mean, you want to talk about it? Or can we just skip over it?
I think we should talk about it. Well, honestly, there wasn't much to highlight anyway. But again, Erling Haaland, same as usual.
Oh, you're skipping Chelsea.
Well, I thought we're keeping that to the end. We're skipping Man City now.
No, no, we'll go to Man City. We'll go to Man City. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, Erling Haaland.
Erling Haaland, like top scorer by miles. He is in the best form of his life, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not just talking about like I know in his first season, like he was a machine. Like he scored like 36 goals. He was unstoppable. But we're talking about a different level.
It's beyond just goal scoring.
Yeah, he is actually being involved more in the gameplay. He's helping the team. He's dropping to midfield and grabbing the ball, fighting, and you've seen that goal.
Yeah.
Like he was surrounded like 3-4 players. It was a dead ball, dead pass, like terrible, and he just got a goal out of nowhere. And like we're seeing a different level.
Takes him one chance, man.
Of a striker here. I think like if he continues,
He's 25.
Yeah, if he continues in that form, not to mention like his international record, like he's probably the best international goal scorer of all times. Like right now, with the rate of goals he's scoring,
51 goals in 46 appearances.
We're talking about
Norway.
a player who's 25, playing for a very like not a good nation. Like he's scoring that many goals for his team and taking them to the World Cup. So I think it's the best time to have Erling Haaland in your team. I'm very happy he plays for Man City. The second best player on the team is Donnarumma.
Really?
Have you seen that save?
No, I don't.
So there was like it was a 1v1 versus like a Brentford player.
Okay.
And it was because of like I don't know what Vardy was thinking.
Yeah.
He passed the ball back to the
was that Thiago?
to the Brentford.
Thiago, the striker?
Yeah.
Okay.
To the Brentford attacker, like it was, and he just let him go free, like 1v1. Of course, like if that was, I'm sorry, Ederson, but if that was any other keeper in goal, it would have been either a red card or it's a goal. We end this game in 1-1. But because you have Donnarumma in goal, you actually got to win. And now you put pressure on all the other teams. It's a 1-0 win, but
that's the kind of slim margins that matter.
So you got, I think we got one of the best goalkeepers in the back, and you got the best goal scorer in the front.
But what about the rest of the team?
I think the rest of the team will get there. Like I think Reinders have been great. Once Rodri is completely fit,
he's injured again. For how long?
I think he was just taking it. Like I don't think he's out. Like I think he's back. Okay. He was just taking a break.
He got subs in the 22nd minute.
They don't want to risk it. Yeah.
Oscar Bob, was that his first start in a while?
His first start in a while, yeah, because we've been playing with Foden and Bernardo Silva.
How was he looking?
He looks good.
Because I remember you and Christian were crazy about him last year, like Oscar Bob, and then
he's very talented. He's still very young. I think we'll start to see him get more minutes in the team. I think Guardiola finally found a good system so far. I know he can change it. Like in the past few games, we we haven't lost a single game. So 7 games, I think we tied 2 and won 5. That's good consistency. That boosts the confidence. That puts you back on the in the picture. Tells the team that we're not out of the race. And
You guys are definitely in it.
yeah,
3 points from top.
it all depends on how we continue to perform until Christmas and Boxing Day, and this is when
Yeah.
all the real.
You just need to hope that, I mean, Holland looks like he's not getting any lack of fitness. He's so fit. But you need to really hope that he's the key to everything.
Yeah, but that's a problem that we used to have, but now I think Omar Marmoush is going to be back too.
So
We
you
still
have
have our
some
backup
coverage.
striker, and I think
Was Omar Marmoush? Oh, he wasn't on the bench. He's just injured.
yeah, he's still injured. I think he's going to come back
Okay.
after international break. 1-0. I mean, not the most convincing win you
But
would want from a Man City team, but
that's
still
fine.
good.
That's fine.
And we were playing away too.
Where you guys? How's your next fixtures looking like? Oh, you got Everton.
Everton.
Yeah, you got pretty good fixtures. Everton. Well, I mean, not the best, but Everton, Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Liverpool, and then it gets a little difficult.
So you might see Man City at the top of the table before the next international break.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
We'll come to you.
We'll
Let's
come
talk
back
about
to
Liverpool.
Okay. All right. The game that we were trying to avoid for the longest time.
We're about to talk.
Do you want to go ahead and just go ahead?
It's your team, bro. You tell me. 3 losses. So 3 weeks ago, we were talking about a Liverpool team that's been winning,
Last
top
minute,
of the table.
everything's great.
Yeah, Isak is back.
Yeah. This was not good, man.
Then what happened?
This is not good. We got completely. First of all, the system that Enzo Maresca put out to putting Gusto in midfield and the team was working so good. We could not handle that. We were the athleticism of all these Chelsea players. I mean, I think you see Supersly and you see some of our players. You think they're athletic. Konate again was out of. He's just lacking. And I'm not convinced with the fullbacks either. Like Bradley and Kirkez. I felt like they both are still lacking. Kirkez obviously still needs time. Bradley has big shoes to fill with Trent Alexander-Arnold, and I think that's affecting Salah. With Trent would go into midfield and create stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Bradley can make runs, but it's nowhere near what Trent would do. So we had that kind of problem with the fullbacks. So they're having difficulty with that. And then our lack of control in defense. But I think where we really lost it was, I think the midfield is what we did not. I don't think we handled their athleticism. I felt like they took McAllister out of the game, and it's just the midfield. Their midfield was completely running like ours to the ground.
Can we agree that Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez are probably 2 of the best pairing in midfield now in the Premier League?
Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
Completely. If you look at the Caicedo that we were all bashing, what did he 2 years ago, or was it last year?
2 years.
He's completely matured into I mean, this is like a future captain of Chelsea for the next 10 years.
I think
this guy is amazing.
Yeah.
He scored. I mean, this is just goals. He scored 3 goals. Apart from the defensive contribution he does, he's key. And then Enzo offers a creativity side. So I mean, they've got some good players. And we struggled up front, man. It was not. I'm not really convinced. We're struggling. Yeah. We're struggling to really get some system going, and I don't think the blame is fully on Trent being gone. I don't think that's it. But Isak and Salah need time to get coordinated. And if I'm being honest, I don't think you have to consider Salah as the African Cup of Nations, and he has the World Cup. We're talking about 2 international tournaments in the space of 6 months. Salah is not going to find the level from last year. So if I'm considering Salah, I'm considering Salah is going to be a 15-goal Salah, maybe.
This year.
It's not going to be anywhere near the level. There's no way that Salah at 34 can play 2 international huge tournaments in the space of 6 months and carry this team to where it needs to be. I'm not meaning to make this about Salah, but I'm saying even when our team was crap, we could depend on Salah. Right now, our team is crap, and Salah is also crap.
Yeah.
Suffering because of it. So we can't just depend on Salah like we used to.
But it's interesting case because Salah was top form all year last year, and then all of a sudden,
well, we have 5 new players.
Yeah, you changed the team. It's something also is Salah still happy?
I don't.
Happy at
yes,
the team?
I don't think it has anything to do with happy.
Okay.
It could be fatigue. It could, but I don't. I don't want to I don't want to be a fan that just make excuses.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking the chemistry is clearly not there. But even when he does have the ball and he gets into those positions, his shooting is off still.
He definitely wasted a lot of chances.
Yeah, but he's not the only one. That's the problem. And the defense, the good team needs to be solid in the back. We can blame the attack all we want, and I know like we still got players like Verts and Isak that need to get better. Isak said he's a back at 100%.
Yeah.
I want to see it against Manchester United. I want to see some goals, man. You're the most expensive player in the world, right?
Yeah.
Like, show me something, bro. I don't care if you're not fully fit. Even a not fully fit Holland is gonna get goals.
Yeah.
Like, and he came from a different league and he hit the ground running with Manchester City. Remember?
I think
Like, this is not a new league. This is not.
the
This
thing.
is the same country. This is the same. You. It shouldn't be that hard for you to gel into a new team in the same league.
I
Like,
think I heard one of the pundits say this is a team in transition, and the comments were like attacking because like you were talking about a team that just won the Premier League,
yeah,
got the best striker or the second best striker in the Premier League,
we
and
made too many changes.
and like literally splash guys like 400 million in one
Yeah.
summer, and then this is not a team in
Do
transition.
you know what the problem is?
Yeah.
I want to throw you a question. When Manchester City won the treble, or not the treble, they won 3 years in a row. How many changes did you make to your team? Oh, like
year?
to your starting 11, I should say.
It was always on
In
like,
those 3 years. No,
was-
like the
yeah.
three consecutive Premier League trophies.
I think up until we won the treble, and that was like the third year, we didn't make a lot of changes. After that third year, we did change the squad a bit, but still, I think you can tell there's a backbone.
Yeah.
Like that, and they weren't like as old. There are these players that you can rely on, like we're talking about Ederson, Ruben Dias, Rodri, De
Yeah.
Bruyne, Holland, and then you can list any other player
Yeah.
in that team. But these guys are the leaders of the team. They can actually lead the team, show them the way. This is how we play. This is this is how you deal with these players on the field. I don't like. Actually, that brings me to a question I wanted to ask you. Okay, you're talking about like defensive work in Liverpool. Like you're not seeing enough from the players, but I feel like that always your best attribute was never defense, but because you had Van Dijk.
Yes.
Who was a true leader. He was the one that could help any defender, like any defender 100%. That played beside Van Dijk would look like top class.
100%.
We're not seeing that.
No.
This year.
He's aged.
He's probably aged.
And also he has, and with all due respect, Konate is not good. He's not good this season. I've never been like crazy about him. And like a 34-year-old world-class defender at his age needs to have a good defender next to him so he can pass it on, kind of. You know what I mean? So like that's why Mark Gahey was the key to us winning, in my opinion.
So you don't think what Van Dijk came out and said to the media after
that it had to do with like Yanni
like
Jota and stuff like that?
Yeah. Do you feel like there is something with the team morality overall, or is it like really it's the coach like maybe not finding the good chemistry between all?
I think it's I don't know if the blame is on Slot either.
Really?
Like I don't want to be that. I don't think we can put the blame on Slot, if I'm being honest.
Can it challenge you?
You can.
Okay, so you're playing Chelsea, who just like changed their defense. Like I probably after like the game went on and Chelsea like all of like their back line almost got injured that they had to play with Reece James as a center back, and you have like Isak, Salah, Ertz. I think, did you put Ekitike too?
Ekitike came as a sub.
These players, like, they don't need gel. They can just go, like, you can put these players.
But what is that? What is that something that Slot has control over?
I think so, because like at the time you're tying 1-1.
It's the same. This is the same formation that we ended last season.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about like I think it was like towards, let's see, the 86th minute. You're tying 1-1 with Chelsea.
Yeah.
And you're technically the better team.
Yeah.
And you bring on Endo instead of bringing in.
I know. I mean, in the 46th minute, he subbed out Bradley for Verts.
Yeah.
Like we saw some subs. I know Endo came at the end, which I don't know why he would put Endo.
And then at the end, you leave Van Dijk as the only center back on the field.
Yeah.
With no other support. And
then we conceded.
I feel like, he didn't manage the game in the best way possible. Because you cannot tell me, I know Chelsea, they, like, the players maybe are more athletic, but Enzo Maresca definitely outplayed Arne Slot on the field. Yeah. And I think Arne Slot did not manage the game in the best way possible. Agree. And this is not the first time.
I agree with managing the game, but in terms of the chemistry and things like that, that's only in the coach's control for so much. Like I agree with
Yeah.
the subs and the management and how he could have changed the tactics for Liverpool for it to shift into Liverpool's advantage
Yeah.
and for us to take control after it became 1-1. There could have been a lot of changes at that
Mm.
point. Better subs and better changes, but I think the players getting chemistry and getting form can only come down to them. They have to get it. You can only practice so much on the field. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I point at that it's going to take time for the chemistry to happen, but even when we get the chemistry, we're only as
Yeah.
strong as our defenses.
I feel like for Arne Slot this season he's experimenting too much. You have Frimpong on the bench,
I
but
don't, bro.
in
I don't.
you
I
don't
can't. I'm not convinced with Frimpong or Bradley right now.
okay. I
But I
mean
would rather have Bradley.
that's what I'm saying. Like you take out Bradley
Yeah.
and then you take out Superfly out of his place. And then you take out like you're shifting players' position like out of their
Yeah.
natural position a lot. And it's causing an issue with these
I know.
players' performance.
But Superslide got us the win against Arsenal. I
Yeah,
mean, he had an amazing game in the wingback
but
position.
that win was not because of the coach. The coach is not.
But
Yeah,
Superslide, like apart from the goal, he was great
but
as a wingback.
but I think it would have been better if you like you put Frimpong in his natural like if you're
Yeah.
switching Bradley, but you know Bradley like maybe he's better in the
No, I
overlap.
know.
Maybe if you put on Frimpong to hug the line
When
and
is he
you
gonna experiment though? This is the time to experiment. You have new players. There's no preseason
you
like right now.
I
You
mean you
have to.
experiment like in the training ground, but at the same time you cannot experiment too much. Too
No,
much
I
is
know.
too much at
Like
one
he had
point.
Frimpong in right wing. When
Yeah.
was it?
And I've always said like bringing in Frimpong actually makes Salah a better player by
Clearly
actually
not.
well, in my opinion, because I think you push Salah in the box, his favorite place,
Yeah,
and this is where he thrives. Like Salah cannot be isolated on the wing because now he's
yeah,
very predictable 1v1. All what he can do is just probably like pass it back or try to like cross
yeah.
it or waste it.
I don't mean to dwell on this, but something about Gakpo kind of irritates me. Like, I know we can't compare Mane and Salah, okay, but
Yeah,
like, I loved when you have speed on the wings.
yeah,
Like, I didn't like Diaz for several reasons because he was inconsistent and stuff. But what I did like about Diaz is the speed and the dribble and the spaces that he creates. And I would remember, I have a vivid image of Mane and Salah switching wings constantly during the
yeah.
game. And Diaz can run cross and do the same thing with Salah.
You don't have
But
that anymore.
Gakpo is a different kind of winger. He's not a speed winger. He's not a
Yeah,
he's always predictable, man. It's always the cut inside,
and
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 he has a great finish. But like, come on, bro, like switch it up, man. Just help me out. Come on, bro. I think I can take your spot in a
yeah.
second if you don't keep doing this.
I think like again to your point, like and that's why I'm focusing on Arne Slot because instead of bringing Indo, why didn't you just bring Chiesa?
Yeah,
And
I don't know what he
like
doesn't like Chiesa, bro,
I have no idea.
which is dumb for me. But I don't know,
Yeah,
man. Let's see how we play against Manchester United. Do you want to talk about Chelsea? Is there? I mean,
I think we should.
is there any more that we can say about them? Like yeah,
That was a good game.
I talked crap about Enzo
Yeah.
Maresca last week, but
He is a good coach.
he's a
You
good coach.
cannot deny it.
Chelsea needs to be patient
Yeah,
if the fans were getting
yeah.
impatient.
You're talking about a coach that is bringing out the best out of Enzo, Fernandez, Caicedo.
100%.
Who are both like great like DMs or great center midfielders, but
Yeah.
also great like goal scorers and like they can score, they can actually create assists.
Yeah.
Honestly, with this team,
Their top scorers are Caicedo and Enzo.
yeah,
Isn't that
so
crazy?
they're missing Cole Palmer. Like if we talk about the injury list, like this
Yeah.
is one of the unluckiest team to play against. Like at that time, I know he
Wow.
played against them in like Stamford Bridge, which is a difficult like venue to play at. But credit to them, credit for him to actually like get that many like surprises in the game, like players getting
Yeah.
injured, and you have to switch it up, and it still works. And the players show the same quality. Like you replace them with academy players, and they still play for the shirt and for the team.
100%.
So you saw his celebration after that for
Yeah,
that goal.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
it
like
reminds me
reminded me
of
of Mourinho
and
and like the club.
Antonio Conte.
Oh
I
yeah,
I remember Antonio Conte.
honestly, I don't mind the
So
red card, bro. It's
I'm
okay.
sure
That's
that
that moment that like you watch like years.
yeah, I'm sure the fans were very happy. So
Yeah.
they deserved the win.
I just hope that the Chelsea like owners are patient because
Yeah,
like I don't know what I was listening to, but they were saying like every time the team loses, the owner goes into the dressing room and like he's like
really.
yeah, and maybe that's like gossip and stuff, but like
Yeah,
if that's the kind of relationship it is that like every time they're losing, like he feels pressured, That's not what you want. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
hope not. Yeah.
like you want to have support like Manchester United is giving to like Henry, you know. So I don't know.
I agree.
This project, Chelsea project, if they give Enzo Maresca like 2 more years, we could be talking about a team that
Can win
could
the
be an
Premier League.
Arsenal spot, like basically winning the league.
If they make the right recruits, bring players, sell players, I
Yeah.
think they can have a good squad depth and they
Yeah.
can be in that place.
All right. Well, that wraps up the games for last week. We will take a quick break, guys, and then we will be back to discuss next week's fixtures. All right, guys, welcome back. We are going to jump in. I'm going to start doing that.
Okay.
Jump into the next week fixtures. But before that, I have updated scores to share with you. I present to you +5 for Amir and +9 for Max.
+9.
Correct. So now I'm on 37 and Amir is on 27.
So if I get 4 games correct score,
Yes.
I beat you.
Yes, you do. You do. You didn't get any of the
Only
scores exactly right.
I would never do that.
You got 5 of the winners right, and I guess 2 of the
Okay.
scores exactly right.
It's so hard to predict.
If you go with 2-1s, most of the time that's what it is. Like I feel like the 2-1s are
I
predictable.
always go with 2-1, but
Do
it's
you?
always
The
it's either
2-0?
flipped or like one team scores like in the 90th minute, like a score screamer. And I'm like, bro, come on.
You
It's
did
close.
you didn't say Chelsea. You had it in your head. You were like
I
Chelsea's gonna win,
did.
and then you're like, no, it's not gonna happen. Liverpool's gonna win.
I
And you
don't know
should have went
why.
with your gut.
I had a feeling maybe Liverpool is gonna fix things and they're gonna beat Chelsea, but I definitely had that.
Well, let's
But
see what you could do this time.
no.
Okay, Saturday, October 18th. Premier League is back. Nottingham at home versus Chelsea.
Back with a bang. And I'm gonna go 4-2 Chelsea.
4-2. Nottingham can't even score.
I
You sure?
mean, yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
I'm gonna go with 3-1 to Chelsea. 3-1. All right, Brighton versus Newcastle.
It's a good
That's
game.
a good game, man.
How's Brighton been doing?
Brighton's been winning, right?
Yeah.
They
Newcastle.
tied against Wolves.
Voltsada has been on fire.
I don't know if this
This
is
guy
a winner.
This guy got character.
He's on
And
fire, bro.
I love the way the energy he brings.
What do you? I don't know.
I predicted first last game. You predict.
The game is very tight, so I'm gonna go with a 1-1. I think both teams are playing good.
I think Newcastle is gonna win 2-0.
0.
Yeah.
Okay.
A good defense.
I'm hearing like +3 in my head right now for me. All right. Burnley versus Leeds.
I think that the
man.
Leeds win.
This is a very disappointing game.
You know, I mean, on a Saturday at 10 a.m. I'm glad
Nobody's
Man
returning to
City's
this
playing.
channel.
Man City's playing at 10 a.m. too. Leeds versus Burnley. I can see Leeds winning this 2-1.
2-1. I'm gonna go with. That's a very good score that you picked. I'm gonna go with 3-2 for Leeds.
Okay, high scoring.
Yeah, 3-2 for Leeds.
Nice.
Let's try it out. Okay, you know what? No, I'm switching it.
Switching.
Burnley 2-1.
Burnley
2-1. I'm gonna do it.
2-1.
Burnley will win 2-1.
They're
gonna get. I'm not convinced with Leeds. I think Burnley can get it done.
Okay.
We're gonna try it out.
We'll
All right.
see.
Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth.
Crystal Palace are in the form
It's
of
a
their
good
blood.
game. No, but Bournemouth is.
And Bournemouth is
fire.
really good too.
Semenyo's can not be stopped. Did you go or is it my turn?
Yeah, you go first.
I'm gonna go with. So the past two times they played, it was 0-0. I can see a 1-1.
1-1?
Yeah.
No, there is a winner in this
Think
game.
so?
I think Bournemouth is gonna win 2-1.
So they're gonna finally give Crystal Palace their first loss.
I think so.
Wow, big. Okay. All right. Manchester City versus Everton. You're gonna go first for sure. Grealish goal.
I know.
Grealish goal back at home.
Oh my God.
Imagine.
And Grealish is playing on the left. We don't, unless Kusanov is back, and I hope he doesn't break Grealish. But Manchester City is winning.
Yeah.
Are we gonna keep a clean sheet? I think so. And Manchester City is gonna win 3-0.
Really? Yeah. I know you regretted that when you said it.
I'm thinking 3-1 is better, but I'm gonna trust Donnarumma.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 3.
I'm going to say.
That's not happening. Don't even think about it.
No, I'm gonna say you guys will win.
Okay. So we keep that clean sheet too?
I think so.
Ruben Dias is gonna give them a goal.
All right, Sunderland versus Wolves. Sunderland's got to get back into it, but also Strand Larson is back for Wolves and back fully fit. I think at this point. So I do not. This one's a little difficult. I'm going with a lot of ties, and I don't like that. I'm gonna go with. You know what? 1-1.
1-1? Okay, what a surprise. All right, I'm going to go with a Sunderland win 2-1.
2-1 Sunderland. Back at it. Okay.
I'm not going with ties this.
Even though they lost to Manchester United, you think they're going to bounce back quick?
Yeah, they will. These teams don't care.
Okay. Fulham at home versus Arsenal. 12:30.
See first, please.
Yeah,
For Manchester City.
they're not going to lose against Fulham, man. Fulham lost the past 2 games. They lost against Aston Villa and Bournemouth.
They're playing away. A late game on a Saturday.
I already have a score in my head.
You already have a score? Okay, I'm gonna go with a 1-1.
No chance. Arsenal 3-0. Fulham is not good, man.
You didn't think so?
Fulham is not good enough.
Give them some hard time.
No, not really.
No?
No. 3-0, unfortunately. Gyökeres scores?
Maybe.
Question? No?
Sure.
We'll see. Okay.
He'll score my only goal.
All right. Sunday then. Tottenham at home versus Aston Villa, who is finding form again. This is a good game.
Good game, but
good test
I
for
think
Tottenham.
Spurs is still the better team here.
You think so?
Yeah. You start. That's your turn.
I'm going to go, you know what? I want to, if this was last year, I could just keep going with the back and forth thing that we would do.
Yeah.
They won one, they lost one. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go, though, with a 2-2 score.
2-2?
2-2.
Okay.
I think it's high scoring.
I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Spurs.
Really? Okay.
I took your advice. All my games are 2-1.
You're probably going to get
the first one.
You're going to get +3s then. All right. The game of the weekend. Liverpool at home, Anfield versus Manchester United. The big, not derby game, but yeah.
I know it's my turn, but you have to start with this one.
Liverpool's going to be back. We are going to win this game. We're going to show Manchester United that they are crap. So I'm going to go with a Liverpool and an Isak first goal. Well, not the first Premier League goal.
Okay.
3-1.
There's no way.
I'm doing it. 3-1 Liverpool.
There's-
Salah gets a goal too.
There's
On top
no
of
way.
it. And Van Dijk finishes off with a header. 3-1. It's over.
There's no way.
I'm telling you.
There's no way.
I'm telling you.
Now with the form, I mean, Manchester United finally getting a comfortable win. The board renewing confidence in Ruben Amorim. Players are coming back happy from international break. Liverpool is disgusting. So I am going to go...
But you're on 27. I'm on 37.
I don't care, bro. 2-1.
4?
2-1. Manchester United, the pride of Manchester.
Wow, that's shocking.
Liverpool will continue their misery.
I really hope that this doesn't come true.
I can just
No,
see
we
it.
have to learn our lesson by now. You know what I mean?
I can just see it. I can see Mbeumo running down that wing against Kirkes.
I can see it now. Don't sit. Oh no,
and-
that's bad.
And
No, Robertson's starting this.
Benjamin Sesko, you're like grabbing.
Robertson is starting this, and Frimpong.
You think so?
Yeah.
Grabbing Konate, like, and scoring.
هيعلموا الأدب. Oh no. Okay, ماشي. We'll see who's right.
You will not be able to contain it.
All right. Unfortunately, Monday, the last game, West Ham versus Brentford. That's not really a fun one.
Yeah.
Monday game.
That's all. 1-1.
1-1. West Ham is playing like they're finding their momentum.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a West Ham win, 2-1. West Ham win 2-1.
I think that's realistic, especially
I
maybe
think this will be their first one.
Nuno Santo now finally have like an actual break and trying to lead the team to a win.
I think they can do that.
I think that's realistic. Yeah.
Well, that rounds up round 8 of the Premier League. Amir, we had a really good week, and we have a great week ahead of us. I hear there's a hot topic that you want to drop on us.
Actually, now that 3-4 years ago, when you maybe a little bit more, like 5 years ago, when you talk about like the best strikers in the world, like it was very rare to find a good striker. Like maybe Harry Kane was like the best striker at that time, but like all the big teams like Liverpool, Man City, they were playing with the false nine.
Yes.
You bring in Aguero in the back, Mino. These were like your key players. But now the striker era is back. And I cannot be any more excited than this because we all love strikers. I love a true striker, like a classic true striker. Like this is the player when you go attend games, this is the player that you just focus on. Goal machine, got character, fighting for the team and the badge.
I can tell you're talking about one player specifically.
I have the best striker in the world, I think, but now it's up for a debate. Who do you think are like maybe like I think I can think of 5 strikers right now, and maybe we can rank them. Like,
yes.
And like best 5 for us. So I'm talking about Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland, Harry Kane.
Yes. Isak.
And we'll put Isak because of the price tag. And I think we have to mention Gyökeres, who were scoring like 50 plus goals last year. But like in terms of like your best, like, and maybe we can look at this like in the past 2 year span. Like, how would you rate them? Top 5.
How would I rate them?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is Holland your number one in the top? You said how many years? The top 2 years, or
In
the
the
last two
last
years?
2 years, yeah.
I don't think Holland is my number one.
Okay.
I think this season, yeah, he's my number one. But
Like just look over the whole period. Performance.
so this is difficult for me because I consider some of those players to be playing in farmers leagues.
Okay.
Like Harry Kane's numbers are probably exaggerated because he's playing in Bundesliga. Mbappe's playing in, the La Liga. So it's a little difficult for me to rank them.
Yeah.
I want to hear yours first because you
Okay.
already have a ranking. First of all, Gyökeres
Yeah.
isn't in my top five. I find more somebody else instead of him.
Voltmada. I think like when you talk about talent, consistency, and speed and potential, you always have to put Kylian Mbappe as first. Even if
Think so. He offers the overall package.
I
No.
think so. For any team. Moments like when you talk about like a team that is underperforming that Kylian Mbappe is playing for, I cannot blame Kylian Mbappe. He's
Yeah.
still your top scorer. He's providing assists. He's being dangerous. He's saving you from like certain losses and like he's carrying your team. Like we've seen it happening with PSG, that French team, the French national team, and he carried Real Madrid last season. He's playing really good this season. He is like your next like best player in the world. Like we cannot just exclude him, in my opinion.
You're gonna put
But
Holland next, aren't you?
I just cannot ignore the fact like that Holland has improved his game beyond just goal scoring. And
Yeah.
if we were talking about like top striker, like when you think about like back in the day, you're talking about Dennis Bergkamp, we're talking about Thierry Henry. I feel like we could probably start to see Holland getting there. Like maybe a few years ago, like Holland is a great goal scoring, but when you talk about like player, like you can actually watch him like play football or play
Yeah.
soccer, it's very hard. But now he's contributing more. He's dropping back and he's building up. He's helping with the build up. He's actually battling defenders. He's dribbling.
Yes.
Like
He's getting to an overall package.
when you put Holland 1v1 with a defender,
Yeah.
I think you almost see the ball in the net, like almost every time, if you can think about it. So Holland will be my number two.
And you're gonna put Harry Kane, has to be three. I can't even. I'm having difficulty putting Harry Kane even in number
Yeah.
three. He has to be in the top two.
I think if we compare Harry Kane, I'm debating Isak and Harry Kane because Isak showed me something last year that maybe I haven't seen in a lot of strikers. Like he's very tall, talented,
Shot
fast.
power, crazy.
Shot power is crazy.
Skillful.
Yeah, and like that guy, I still remember that guy like dribbling through like four or
The whole
five
team, bro.
players like on the corner
Yeah,
line,
yeah.
and just to create an assist for his teammates. But Harry Kane is Harry Kane,
Yeah,
even if he plays in the Indian League.
see, my ranking is a little different
Okay,
because I know you didn't finish, but
yeah,
I feel like I would have put Harry Kane as number two
okay.
and Holland as number three.
Who's your number one? Not Gyökeres.
Mbappe.
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 Okay,
And then Isak number four, and then I know Lewandowski's old, but like
you
he
put
scored a lot of
Lewandowski.
goals. He's still great. I would put him as number five ahead of
So Gyökeres is
Gyökeres is
no
not.
matter what he did, like in
Portuguese
last year.
Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I think Holland is going to become number one, challenging for number one. It's hard to say who's number one right now because they're both like,
Yeah.
if you see the numbers right now, both of them are top of the line. Yeah. Harry Kane is, I'm not going to consider him because, maybe, but Mbappe and Holland, I don't know who it is now, but you're talking about the past 2 years though.
Yeah, but like if we are talking about this since the beginning of the season, I think Holland, Mbappe, and Harry Kane, they both like have 18 plus goal contribution in like 12 games total or something between league and cup and Champions League. So yeah, it's good. I like this.
Who's your number 4 and 5? Did you say the four? Oh, you said four is Isak.
Yeah, I think I'll put Isak as 4. No, I don't even think I'm gonna put Gyökeres.
I know Jota. Jota was not really a striker, but I loved him when he was in like playing in the forward line. He the best at headers, skillful, and the shot power and the finishing was great. I don't know if we can call him a like out and out striker, but like he played in as a forward for our team, and like I considered him like maybe second in the league behind Isak. I don't know what other. Well, maybe not. That's because there was like Mateta and some other players, but he was really good.
I think I'll put Julian Alvarez.
He had a really good season last year.
And then maybe like we can, if Omar Marmoush continued with his performance that first
he was
half of
on
the
fire.
season, maybe we would have put him there. But
Yes.
I think Julian Alvarez can be
Yeah.
one of the best players in the world. I've seen
Let's
this guy
see.
play for my team, and I've seen what he can do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's good that you bring it up because I think we all love to see a striker prolific.
Classic striker.
That's what we grew up with, like a
Yeah.
Wayne Rooney. We grew up with like
Yeah.
David Villa and you know, whatever, all these players that are like just monsters,
Yeah.
scoring like crazy. You know, we do love wingers. Obviously, that's like Salah had like brought it to the next level, and Messi. But like seeing a striker though, something about it is just like that's the player that everybody has on the back of their jersey. Everybody has a Rooney.
Yeah.
Everybody has a Balotelli, you know, an Aguero.
An
It's
R9.
yeah, like yeah. So I'm excited that we get to live. We will see Holland and Mbappe still growing even more.
Maybe winning the Ballon d'Or.
And they should win the Ballon d'Or. Yeah, I don't want any more kofta. One of them should win it next year, regardless if they don't win the Champions League. I mean,
if they both continue with the same form, I think it's going to be up to like Champions League.
That's what it always comes up to.
Yeah, because I think both players will take their nations to the World Cup, unless like France wins the World Cup, of course.
And Mbappe probably has a better chance of winning it because he's in the La Liga.
Yeah,
I don't know if Holland has competition. You know,
he does have competition, but honestly, we're talking about a guy that came from the Bundesliga. He didn't even need any time to adapt. He broke all the records first season.
Fire.
Been consistent for the past like 2-3 years, and now he's even like he's 25, and we're talking about Holland that he's peaking right now. Like he's actually still peaking.
This is just a wild, completely off script, but can you imagine in like 3 years Holland going to Madrid and playing up front with Mbappe? There has to be a step up after Man City. Man City is not the top of the line.
It is the top of the line. If you sign a 10-year contract,
is that what players think?
If you
do players think? And I'm not talking about the contract. Do players think that Manchester City is the end? I have reached my final destination. I don't think so.
Well, I don't think any player can think of any club as a final destination
I think
right now.
if a player goes to Madrid or if a player goes to Madrid, this is like I've been dreaming about this since I was like a kid.
But then what? Then you go to a different club. I mean, we've seen it happen even with Messi and Ronaldo. Things changed right now.
Yeah. But like Trent, this was his dream.
But like the dream.
Mbappe went from PSG, which you could say,
yeah,
I'm gonna say PSG is the same level as Manchester City.
No,
I'm talking about history and like everything.
I think Manchester City has surpassed that like
as PSG
status. Yeah,
so you think PSG is a sub down like to Chelsea and?
Yeah, I didn't say it.
Manchester City, Liverpool.
I didn't say that. Sure.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like we're talking, like you're considering Man City, like for the past 10 years and for 12 years, you're talking about top six. And Man City is in that top six all the time. So I would consider them a top club. Of course, like when Donnarumma decided to leave PSG, we just won like
that's true. He went Champions League, step up,
and he had choices at Chelsea, Manchester United, and he
chose
to choose Man City. So,
well, I mean, you guys are lucky to have him, Manchester City.
I'm very happy.
And he's only 25, so he's going to be number one at the end of the season.
For sure. If he continues.
Especially with Isak still getting back into form.
Yeah.
But I think the way he's doing right now in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Bundesliga or La Liga. In the Premier League, what he's doing is
the best.
I feel like you always need to take your hat off. What Salah did last year, you need to take your hat off because this is a league unlike any other.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, good point.
Good discussion.
Okay, guys, that was a really good discussion, and we had a great episode again. Please like, subscribe, comment, follow us on all the different platforms that we have, and we'll see you guys next week.